Hi, this is Marty with the planning briefing for Thursday, July 27th. Start off with a water vapor satellite loop, kind of looking at the big scale, just to point out a couple of features that we're going to be concerned about over the next week or better. We're in a southwest flow behind this ridge that went through. The thing that we're going to be looking very closely at for a while here is moisture in this southwest flow, because it's pretty good pattern for thunderstorms, especially if it's coming up here from the subtropics. So we'll probably be flirting with that periodically in the next week, and maybe more than flirting with it toward middle of next week. But we also have this energy coming off the Pacific with this trough sitting out here, and that's going to have play a role in our weather here in the next couple of days. So we look a quick glance at the matrix, and that's probably all the way you should use this, is just a nice quick glance to see where we might have an issue and where we probably don't. Our target tomorrow is really thunderstorms focused in southwest Montana, but slopping into the other areas as well. The next concern after that is probably be a little bit of an increase in winds. Saturday, I think particularly Sunday area wide, southwest Montana is going to continue to have wind issues almost every day, particularly the southern part of Beaverhead and Madison counties. But I think wind area wide on Sunday doesn't look overly problematic, but certainly an uptick in activity. And then we'll sort of have a trough go by and probably a little bit of benign weather, and then we'll start some drying again in on Tuesday, and we'll talk about that. The chance of lightning Friday really targets over southwest Montana and a little bit into west central Montana. So not just coverage, but it looks like these could be pretty strong storms as well, with some pretty good wind outflow scenarios. Cores might have some moisture with them, but it just doesn't look like a real wet pattern for this. And you can see very light or minimal probabilities extending in even into parts of north central Idaho and up into northwest Montana. Saturday, we actually see that trough off the Pacific come a little bit closer to us, so it starts to move the thunderstorm potential really into kind of northwest Montana. We haven't been forecasting this aspect very long, so this is kind of a new introduction, so I definitely want people to think about this. It's still pretty small chances. But we're going to see a little bit of lightning on Saturday, I think, over some areas that have been really dry through the course of the summer. Then our next concern are winds, and this is after that trough that I showed you off the Pacific course have really moved in, and I think we're going to see an uptick in winds, across our entire forecast area. It's not a real noticeable front or anything, just that kind of shortwave energy moves by Saturday that gives us thunderstorms and a bit of wind concern behind it on Sunday. But then after maybe a little bit of cooling or moderation of the hot temperatures on Monday, we're right back into ridge building Tuesday and into next week. So we'll start to see drying conditions and back above normal temperatures. Not sure we'll ever leave above normal temperatures even on Monday, but that's our best chance of seeing a little bit of cooling. Then once we get into beyond that, our 6 to 10 day, actually I think we got a good shot of some subtropical moisture moving up maybe Wednesday of next week, Thursday of next week, probably be a pretty good thunderstorm pattern, but some of that moisture will result in decent rain amounts, I think, over southwest Montana. But stay tuned on that. We'll wait for that forecast to really come into focus. But under that pattern, it still looks like a pretty warm scenario for us. So August is going to start out warm, but we'll see. Maybe we'll get a little moisture and certainly some thunderstorms, I think, focused over southwest Montana in the early part of August. So that's it for now. Talk again on Sunday.